Welcome to CMU's Open Studios. My name is David Ludlam, your guest host. This is a show where we explore the talents of our faculty, students, and staff in the area of performing arts. And today we are fortunate enough to have our special guest, Tommy, I'm going to get the last name wrong pronunciation-wise.
Masciullo.
Masciullo.
Yes, sir.
And you were here studying what?
Music education.
Music education, okay.
Yes.
And what instrument do you play?
I am a saxophone major. So I switch between, I play soprano, alto, tenor, and bari across all of our ensembles right now.
Okay. And soprano all the way through baritone, you're fluent on all of those instruments?
We're better on some than others, but working on becoming fluent in all of them. Yeah. They all work the same in terms of fingerings and technique, but switching between playing them is a different embouchure, different mechanics that I use. So working on just becoming better at the ones I'm weaker at and maintaining how good I am at the other ones.
Do you love the saxophone?
I do love the saxophone.
Yeah. How did you fall in love with it?
Man, I was in 7th grade. I started out on trumpet in 5th grade band because I wanted to. I remember there was a music fair at my elementary school, and I thought, okay, band could be cool. So I tried the trumpet and I tried the saxophone, and the saxophone in 5th grade was a little too hard for me. So I went with the trumpet, and then going towards 6th grade, 7th grade, I started like watching a lot more like saxophone, like YouTube videos and hearing the saxophone. I'm like, okay, well, I kind of want to try the saxophone again. So I got a cheap saxophone off eBay, and that's when I was like, okay, I think I want to switch to the saxophone. So I started playing the saxophone in 7th grade onward. And then freshman year of high school, I had a senior band member introduce me to the bari sax. And I started watching this bari sax player named Leo P on YouTube and his bands, and that's when I really like fell in love with the bari sax and saxophone. I just wanted to just keep listening to that stuff and really get better at playing the saxophone.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I want to tell you a story, and you tell me your reaction to it. Okay.
Okay.
So I played the alto sax in high school, or in middle school and high school, and it was my grandma's. It was one of the old silver ones.
Okay.
And I haven't seen it or touched it or played it since high school, which is a long time ago for me.
Yeah.
But I recently found it, and I dug it out of storage,
Uh-huh.
and I picked it up, and I could play the national anthem and the school fight song like I'd never missed a beat.
Really?
And it made me, I felt like just as connected to it.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's something about the saxophone, or I don't know. Like, what do you make of that?
I don't know. I definitely know like some of my professors can still pick up their horns and play their old fight songs too, and their old marching band music, like just like they never lost it. I think it's just the connection you had while at that time playing the music, and
It's like the experiences, the relationships, all of that kind of maybe bakes that into your.
Yeah, and it just stayed with you, I guess. Yeah, that's cool. That definitely happens to a lot of people.
Huh.
Yeah.
It was a cool experience. And, so speaking of experiences, you are in the Rowdy Brass Band.
Yes, sir.
And that is a highly coveted position. How did you land there so quickly in your career here at CMU?
So my senior year during high school, I had a feature senior jazz concert performance where I performed Leo P's rendition of Moanin' by Charles Mingus at the 2017 BBC Proms. So basically Leo P at this music event, he got up and he like did this big dance, and he played Moanin' by Charles Mingus, and I saw that video and I just could not stop watching it, and I was like, okay, I really want to try and copy this. And my director at that time said, hey, if you can come back from the summer, this was like end of junior year, if you can come back from the summer and do this, we'll do it. So I spent the summer before my senior year of high school really just spending just a lot of time like analyzing that video and seeing what dances he was doing and learning the saxophone part by the YouTube video, by ear. And I came back from the summer and I showed everybody, and it wasn't perfect, but it was enough proof of concept to get the green light. And then I really dug into it. And December of that year, I performed that concert. And I had seen the Rowdy Brass Band a couple years ago. They came out to my school, and I was like, I need to be in that band. this is the music I love. It's high energy. It's awesome. It's loud. Like, I love it. And so I sent Dr. Jonathan Hinkle that video, and my dad and I at that time, we were like looking for colleges, like which college is going to give me the most money, like where is the best place to go. And Dr. Jonathan Hinkle emailed us back saying, hey, you know, really good stuff with this video. I'm going to give you a position for next year, as at that time the previous Barry Sachs member was graduating.
Okay.
So it worked out really nice. And I had a spot a semester before I got to, excuse me, to CMU. And so when I got that email, I was like, I need to go to CMU. I need to go to, yeah. So
That's great.
That's how that happened.
A lot of high school students could learn from that experience and that work you put in. And speaking of work, you've put some work into a piece that we're gonna listen to today. Tell us about that, and then we'll give it a watch.
Yeah. So this Leo P figure that I really like to watch. He's a Barry Sachs player based out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and he has a band called Too Many Zoos, and it's just him, a trumpet player, and a percussion player. It's just the three of them, and they play this type of music called brass house that they kind of like formed out of playing out of the subways of New York. And it's just this high energy, like kind of like mimicking like techno bass and drum music, but on like live acoustic instruments. So I really just fell in love with listening to that type of stuff, and it's just so fun to listen to. So I watched one of his concerts on YouTube, and he started out the concert by playing this bass line groove, and I saw that and I copied it, and I kind of made it into my own little song with Rob here that we'll see in a second. So that was kind of the inspiration behind that.
Well, let's not wait a second. Let's watch it now.
Okay.
All right.
Awesome.
That's fun.
Cool.
Yeah. So you described that style earlier when you were talking about how it's kind of born out of the subways in New York. What did you call the style?
So Leo P calls it brass house.
Brass house.
And it's like just this high, like this just super lively, high energy, kind of like a mix of jazz and like electronic music, like bass and drum, like house music, Skrillex, some stuff like that. It's like just a big culmination of things like that, and it uses elements from all of that.
Yeah, it's
all that things.
It kind of gives off that affect, like if you were walking down Main Street and the two of you were playing, you wouldn't be able to walk by without stopping for a bit.
Yeah,
it's got that.
That's
that
the goal
vibe to it. Yeah.
Yeah. Leo P. There's a course he put out to people, and I bought it. And in that in one of those videos, he talks about how that was like his starting goal was in the subway. You gotta find some way to get New Yorkers' attention, and so he
came up with that fusion of genres and styles, and that's cool. So, and is a lot of that? Do you find that also nested inside the Rowdy Brass Band performances a bit, or?
Definitely. Yeah, I mean, if the Rowdy Brass is playing, I would find it very hard for somebody to walk by and not turn their head.
Oh yeah, I've had that experience
Yeah.
myself many times. Yeah.
Yeah, we definitely there's a shock and awe factor of Rowdy Brass that we really are trying to push out to everywhere. Like show hey, this is what we're doing at CMU, and this is what this music is. Yeah.
You know how band gets a bad rap of not being cool.
Oh yeah.
Rowdy Brass Band kind of
For sure
accomplishes the opposite of that. Like when you guys play Imagine Dragons and some of those cover songs that you do, it's just so fun. It captures everybody. People love it. It
we
reverses stereotypes, doesn't it?
Yeah. At least I hope so. Yeah. This year we've added Thrift Shop by Macklemore, and we have Umbrella by Rihanna, and Wiggle 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 by Jason Derulo. And so covering those pop songs and if I listen hard enough while I play, I can hear the people singing it while we're playing, and that's pretty cool. That
rewarding.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thanks for the conversation
Yes.
today. And what are you gonna do with your music next?
What am I gonna do with my music next? I want to keep on writing. I want to keep on doing my own thing like that. Hopefully, want to put out an album eventually of my own stuff with that type of style, and just continue to take advantage of all the great opportunities here at CMU and graduate with my degree and start teaching and playing as well.
Well, I wish you luck on all those endeavors, and
Thank you.
Appreciate the conversation.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for joining us today at CMU Open Studios. My name is David Ludlam, your guest host, and we'll see you at the next episode.